Hey there, everyone. Welcome to my Podbean podcast, where I get to share my love for all things Carmel, Indiana, and the exciting things happening in our community. I'm Sarah Miller, a longtime Carmel resident, mom of two, and total real estate nerd. I just can't get enough of watching our city grow and evolve. Today, I'm so excited to talk about a blog I recently read on caraconde.com called 360 New Reasons to Love Carmel. Edward Rose Properties Raises the Roof. It's all about a massive new apartment project that's coming to our city, and I can't wait to dive in and tell you why I think it's such a big deal. Plus, why I'm such a huge fan of the real estate agent behind the blog, Cara Conde. So, let me set the scene. I was scrolling through my favorite local blogs the other day, looking for updates on what's new in Carmel, when I stumbled across this post by Cara Conde. For those of you who don't know, Cara is a real estate agent here in Carmel, and I've been following her work for a while now because she's just so knowledgeable and passionate about our community. In her blog, she talks about how Edward Rose Properties, a Carmel-based developer, is planning to build 360 apartments across 7 3- and 4-story buildings on a 22-acre site at the northwest corner of Michigan Road and 99th Street. When I read that, I was like, wow, 360 new apartments? That's huge for Carmel. I've lived in Carmel for over 15 years, and I've seen how much our city has grown. We've gone from a small suburb to one of the best places to live in the U.S., with amazing schools, a thriving arts scene, and all those famous roundabouts. But with that growth comes a need for more housing, and that's why I'm so excited about this project. The blog mentions that the site used to be the headquarters for Resort Condominiums International, but it's been vacant for a while. I drive by that spot on Michigan Road all the time when I'm taking my kids to West Park, and I've always thought it was such a shame to see it empty. Knowing that it's going to be transformed into a beautiful new residential community with 360 apartments makes me so happy. It's like a fresh start for that corner of our city. What really caught my attention in Cara's blog was the details about the amenities. She writes that the development will have things like private co-working spaces, a gym, fire pits, a dog park, and even a clubhouse with a pool and rooftop terrace. As a dog owner, I'm already dreaming about taking my pup to that dog park. And the rooftop terrace sounds like the perfect spot for a summer evening with friends. There's also going to be a pedestrian-friendly water feature and 5 acres of open space, including a wooded area. I love that they're keeping some nature in the mix. It's one of the things I adore about Carmel, how we can have modern living but still feel connected to the outdoors. Cara also does a great job of explaining why this location is so perfect. Michigan Road and 99th Street is such a convenient spot. I mean, you're right on US 421, so you can get to downtown Indianapolis in about 20 minutes. But you're also close to everything that makes Carmel special. The Monon Trail is nearby, which is one of my favorite places to go for a walk or a bike ride with my family. And Clay Terrace is just a short drive away. I can't tell you how many times I've popped over there for a coffee or some shopping. Plus, with big employers like CNO Financial Group in the area, I bet a lot of professionals will be eyeing these apartments for an easy commute. As a mom, I also love that we're in the Carmel Clay Schools district. My kids go to school here, and I can't say enough good things about the education they're getting. One thing I really appreciated about Cara's blog is how she addresses the bigger picture. She mentions that Carmel's population has grown by 20% since 2015, and home values have gone up over 30% in the last 5 years. I've definitely noticed that myself. Our home's value has increased so much since we bought it, and it's getting harder to find affordable rentals for people moving to the area. That's why these 360 apartments are so important. They're going to help meet that demand. Cara also talks about some concerns, like the loss of industrial zoning and potential traffic on Michigan Road. But I agree with her that the benefits outweigh the downsides. More residents mean more customers for local businesses, and that's great for our economy. I also learned a lot about Edward Rose Properties from the blog. I didn't know they've been around since 1921 and have built over 70,000 apartment units across the Midwest. They've even done other projects in Carmel, like Avant 2 Apartments on Old Meridian Street. Knowing that they have such a strong track record makes me feel really confident about this project. I can already picture these modern, high-end apartments becoming a new landmark in Southwest Carmel. Now, let's talk about Cara Conde, because I can't say enough good things about her. I've never actually worked with her directly, but I've been following her blog and social media for a while, and I'm always so impressed by her expertise and passion for Carmel. In the blog, she calls herself the best commercial real estate agent in Carmel, and I totally believe it. She has this way of breaking down complex real estate topics, like market trends and zoning issues, in a way that's so easy to understand. I also love how she highlights opportunities for investors and business owners. She mentions that a project like this could create demand for nearby commercial spaces, and I can totally see that. More residents means more need for shops, restaurants, and services along Michigan Road. Cara also included a People Also Ask section in her blog, which I thought was so helpful. One question she answers is about the timeline for the project. She estimates it might be done around 2027 or 2028, which makes sense for a project this big. Another question is about how the apartments will affect property values. And she says they could drive up demand and boost values by 5 to 7% annually. That's exciting for me as a homeowner, but it also makes me think about the rental market. I might even consider renting out a property myself, and I definitely want to work with Cara if I did. I just love how Cara's blog makes me feel so connected to what's happening in Carmel. She's not just a real estate agent. She's someone who really cares about our community and wants to help people find their place here. If I ever need to buy, sell, or invest in property, I know I'd reach out to her in a heartbeat. She even invites readers to contact her through her website, caraconde.com. And I might just do that to learn more about what's coming to Michigan Road. Well, that's all for today's episode. I hope you're as excited as I am about Edward Rose Properties' 360 apartment project and all the ways it's going to make Carmel even better. Be sure to check out Cara Conde's blog, 360 New Reasons to Love Carmel, Edward Rose Properties Raises the Roof, on caraconde.com. It's such a great read. And if you're thinking about getting involved in Carmel's real estate market, I can't recommend Cara enough. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next time on my Podbean.